Hello world, Natarajan here. Today's video is about the Tumkur Davangere U line via Chitradurga. We'll be briefly looking at the status of the entire project before jumping on to the main topic of this video. The current work which is happening is actually for the single line, but then the survey is going on to double this line as well. Not sure if it will be executed together, as most of the work on sections are yet to be started, or will it be executed as a separate project. We'll have to wait and see on that. Now, starting from Davangere, the line deviates at Thimarajanahalli, which is actually around 10 kilometers from Davangere railway station. So Thimarajanahalli to Baramasagara, a distance of 25 kilometers, EPC tender was actually awarded 3 years back, and currently physical work is in progress. A good amount of progress has been made, and I also got to know around a kilometer of temporary tracks have been already laid. Next section, that is Baramasagara to Chitradurga, which is around distance of 26 kilometers, the EPC tender was awarded last year and work has started progressing is the information I have. The next part is Chitradurga to Urukere, which is around a distance of 76 kilometers. Currently, land acquisition is going on for this section, and once Government of Karnataka hands over 90% of land to the railways, the EPC tender will be called. The next part is Urukere Thimmarajanahalli, a distance of 41 kilometers. EPC tender for this section was recently awarded on 6th March 2025. So hopefully physical work will start soon. The last portion is Thimarajanahalli to Tumkur. Thimarajanahalli to Urukere is part of Tumkur Davangere line, whereas Urukere to Tumkuru is actually part of Tumkur Rayadurg line. We'll be covering the physical progress of this section in detail. We'll also be looking at the progress made in the last 2 months on this section. We did cover this section in Jan 2025. The reason for covering this section right now is Southwestern Railway website says the target for this particular stretch was March 2025. So by the end of the video, we'll get to know whether it will be achieved or not. Now we'll be starting near Thimmarajanahalli. In the last update video, I said the station could have 3 lines, but then in reality, it is actually 4. Now there's a clear visibility on how the tracks will come. So there will be 1 main line and 3 loop lines, and crossings or the switchovers for the same has been laid recently. You can also notice the station building has progressed. This is a small comparison of progress that has happened between Jan 2025 and March 2025. Now moving towards Urukere, you can notice that the land leveling has been done at most of the places. Also notice the drainage pits which has been done. If you look ahead, you can actually notice a road on the railway alignment. I'm not sure what is the issue here, because this section will definitely not have a level crossing, as railways had planned to construct this line without any level crossings. There must be some dispute because of which no work is seen, and I believe by looking at the layout of the road, this will actually be a road over railway bridge, because the road comes to track level and climbs again on both the sides. Hopefully this work is done soon. If not, this will definitely delay this project a lot. Now moving ahead, you can actually see 2 bridges. Here is a surprising thing which I noticed. There's a bridge actually built, almost ready, but I don't see any roads next to it. If anyone of you know why this new bridge has been made, which is actually surrounded by boulders of rocks and trees on the other side, please let us know in the comments below. And just around 50 meters away from this bridge is another bridge which is under construction. A temporary alignment of the road has been made, because of which the earth has not been cleared. Once this bridge is completed, the temporary road will be diverted onto this new bridge and the earth will be cleared to make way for the railway line. This route does have a lot of roads, crossing and few waterways as well. There is an underpass work which is going on. And if you move ahead, there's actually a waterway being built. I'm not sure why this is being made a closed structure, as I don't have details on the waterway. A girder bridge, an open web girder bridge has been launched for this waterway. If you notice clearly, you can actually see a water source on the left. So probably during monsoons, water might overflow from that place, and that could be the reason why the waterway has been made. I'm not sure though. If anyone of you know, please do comment below. Now coming to track work, base layer was done, ballast has been stacked upon, it has to be leveled now. Once that is done, the sleepers will be railed and then the rails will be placed on it. The rails which will be placed will be temporary rails. They'll then have to replace these rails with long welded rails. And if you observe carefully, there's actually a provision made for the second line as well on this particular bridge. When we came here in Jan, we actually couldn't reach this place because the land leveling was not yet done. So the access was not easy. Now that the land is leveled and almost ready for track laying, I can say good progress has been made on this particular stretch. Now let's jump to the next location where another major bridge work is going on. Last time when we visited, it was completely water filled on this side, so no work was seen, but right now most of the work here has been done. You can see the drainage pits are ready, ballast has been loaded after the base layer, so ballast will be leveled, and once that is done, sleepers and then rails will be laid. And the retaining wall for this road over railway bridge will start soon, as I can clearly see the land has been cleared to lay the concrete structures. Once that is done, the land is filled, road will be opened, and the current temporary road alignment will be excavated to make way for the railway line. Work is actually going on here at pretty good pace as well, being Sunday, and the time of recording this video was around 8 a.m. so people are starting to work early here. Looks like importance has been given to this particular stretch, keeping the target in mind, but then unfortunately with just a week to go, I don't think it will be completed by March 2025. The base track work has been completed from here right till Urukere station. So we'll be jumping next to the split point at Urukere junction. Surprisingly, a short distance of tracks has been laid on the Rayadurg line as well. This could be done keeping in mind shunting movements in future, because the other line to Rayadurg I think will take much longer compared to the Davangere line. So we're at the split point, and if you notice carefully, the base of the home signal has been placed and signal box have been placed. Now looking towards Urukere station, you can see the track work is going on and the points to the main line and the line towards Rayadurg are connected right now. The station building still seems the same, but I can notice sleepers being placed on the platform line. Now let us jump to the other end of the station to see how it looks over there. So last time when I came here, I told that a road underpass is being built. That is ready right now, but then the connections have to be made. The track work will not happen on this particular stretch. By the looks of it, the subway work is done, as I can see sleepers placed on all the lines. Of course, rails are seen only on the main line and the line towards Rayadurg. If you notice on the left, concrete walls for the platform end are laid on some of the places. Now looking towards Tumkur side, it's almost the same like how it was last time. Currently, ballast leveling work is going on towards Tumkur. Looking at all this, I believe the Thimarajanahalli to Urukere will at least need 3 months to complete. Now we'll look at this Urukere Tumkuru section. This is actually part of Tumkuru Rayadurg new line. And the target for the same is March 2025. Just after moving out of the station, no track work. In fact, a small patch of land still needs land filling. Looking at this, I can clearly say the March target will not be met for this one as well. Of course, there are more factors you'll get to see as the video goes ahead. Now moving towards Tumkuru, open web girder bridge on the highway is not yet moved. Having a closer look at it, you can notice currently work is being done to push the open web girder bridge over the highway. Probably by a week or two, this should be done. Beyond the open web girder bridge, we actually did see track work when we came last time, and that was there for a short distance up to a curve. So now let us jump to a place where the track work ended in Jan. Looking at this, you can clearly see there's a small patch after the curve which needs track work to be done, and tracks have been laid all the way from there till this curve towards Tumkuru. Now let us jump to a place which was actually the biggest bottleneck of this section. In fact, when we visited in Jan, few buildings were in the path and that had to be demolished, and also land filling had to be done. Now currently those buildings have been demolished and the road under railway bridge is almost completed. Moving further, this entire area was open last time. Now land has been almost filled. Another meter of land filling is needed to complete the work. In fact, retaining walls at almost all the places completed except this particular small stretch. And if you look towards Tumkuru, we can actually see the open up girder bridge over Gubi highway. So there is no track work till this point. Beyond this, in Jan we did see a train carrying long weighted rails move on to this place. Now let us see if it has been placed. Yes, long weighted rails has been almost laid till the end of the track work which was done in Jan. By looking at all this, I believe it will take at least another month for this section to be ready for the CRS inspection. Now coming to long weighted rails part. The long weighted rails has been laid almost till Tumkur station. In fact, if you go to Tumkur station, you can actually see it ends just around 500 meters before the station, where there will be another crossing for the trains to switch line to different platforms of Tumkuru. I can also notice few OHE structures have been moved and the old ones have been cut off. But still, the tracks have to be properly aligned, a packing machine has to come, a lot of work is pending. As I said, by the looks of it, If work goes without any stop, it should be done in months' time. That is the Tumkur Urukere section. And coming to Urukere and Thimmarajanahalli section, I believe it will take at least 3 months with lot of work pending at few important points. Personally, I feel good progress has been made in the last 2 months, considering that this line work has been going on for more than 10 years. With that, we have come to end of this update video. Hope you all found it useful. See you soon.